Welcome to episode 759 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, August 27th, 2021. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. I'm Will. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, and special guest today, Kate Barstool, joining us to talk some Afghanistan. So an unfortunate reason to have you on, Kate, but great to have you on again.
Next time, something good, right?
Yeah, next time, right? Please. Yeah.
Who's watching the baby?
Yeah, who is watching
He's asleep, right? You told us he was asleep.
He's also on the show tonight. He's
nice.
here on the little cam. Have him on the baby cam.
Go.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/hardfactor news to see the baby on the baby.
Top level Patreon, right? That's
right. We'll blur him
launch
out.
our baby. Yeah.
Blur him out except for the top level. So I'm doing the cup of coffee. We're going to get through it real quick because, I mean, basically the only news story we're talking about today is Afghanistan. So we're gonna get into it, and then maybe some fun stuff later since it's Friday. But let's.
We got Florida Man voicemails and reviews and stuff after Afghanistan.
Sure, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna be in a great mood.
Also, hold on, wait before we hop into that, some good news to start the show. It's the start of Pat's birthday weekend.
That's right. Tomorrow.
Wasn't going to say anything, but
Well, I was
tomorrow, Saturday. So yeah, we're gonna miss it in between shows. So happy birthday now.
Happy early
and
birthday.
happy birthday on Monday.
oh, stop! It's okay. Yeah, stop. It's okay.
I already gave him the speech yesterday that it was like to soften the blow. Like I didn't plan anything and I forgot. So my bad. A blowjob don't cost nothing. Don't have to wait for that to come in from Amazon, right?
That's a great gift.
That's it.
I'm just kidding. That's not
I
gonna.
hope you forget next year too.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the news.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
Okay, so first up, the daily observances, and they are Banana Lovers Day. So if you're into bananas, great. My wife hates anything banana tasting, so not a good day for me at the house. Brothers Day. If you haven't got a brother, it's your day, bros.
I'm hanging with my brother today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we get together every Brother's Day.
It's awesome. Daffodil Day. It's kind of a cool flower, I guess. Forgive Your Foe Friday. Probably that's not real good timing. Just Because Day. Kiss Me Day. Lyndon Baines Johnson Day. That's the pants guy, right?
Huge penis.
President with the huge dick and balls. Yeah.
Give me room.
He like to talk about it too. National
Speaking
Petroleum Day.
of huge dick, National Petroleum Day. Oh wait. Yeah, jelly. Right.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. What? Wait. Yes.
Yeah, totally.
You can totally
Lube.
petroleum up your cock. Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that. National Pots de Creme Day. Does anyone know what that is? I'm not cultured enough to know what Pots de Creme is.
No, look,
Something of cream.
Yeah, pots of cream. Slow art day. It's when you want to take your time in art because those fast art guys are always getting away with it.
It's for when a tiz is drawn.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to
Day.
Florida Man Friday to see how we're going to get in trouble because we're just replacing a word with tiz that we shouldn't be. Tarzan Day. I don't know why he gets a day. He's
that's
not
also
even real.
Tuesday. So a chocolate pot de creme is just like it's like a chocolate mousse thing, French dessert.
Oh, that sounds great. The Duchess Who Wasn't Day. Not familiar with that story or poem or opera, but apparently she was like she wasn't. And then World Daffodil Day, in case Daffodil Day wasn't enough. And then last but not least, certainly not least, World Rock Paper Scissors Day. Yeah. You guys want to do one real quick?
Yeah.
Well, five way.
Yeah.
Okay.
5-way. See if anyone wins. All right.
Sure.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I went straight rock.
Oh, I got crushed.
I went rock.
Oh,
No, actually,
Pat
well,
win.
kinda.
Oh, no, wait.
There's one of each.
Pat
So we all kind of win.
Yeah.
Why don't we get Pat
Pat
Kate in the
covered.
finals?
Okay, Pat
We'll
and
just
Kate.
have
Pat
Pat
versus
Kate in the
Kate.
finals. Go ahead.
All right, remember what we practiced. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Pat wins.
Pat
won.
Pat got
Pat
it.
won.
Damn.
Fitting on birthday.
On Brother's Day, his birthday, big stuff here for Pat.
Yeah.
Today
Hot
in
start.
history, hot start for Pat. In 1883, Krakatoa exploded, and that was the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history. It happened in Indonesia. The explosions threw 5 cubic miles of earth 50 miles into the air and then created 120-foot tsunamis that killed 36,000 people. So that's not good.
Whoa.
That's
year was that?
terrifying. 1883.
Man, That's like what a tidal wave should like. Remember when you learned
scary.
that a tidal wave is just like a really long wave and not a super tall one like we thought in the movies? That's a legit tidal wave, 120 feet.
Also,
It's a death wave. That's
that plus
skyscraper.
Vesuvius, which was like very recent as well. It really kind of puts like some of the modern disasters in
recent as days in history, not
perspective.
recent in terms of it was like BC.
Right, isn't like
Yeah,
Vesuvius
80.
happened in August,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
and it was like one of the history days.
Yes. 2 more days. We'll go 1955, August 27th. The Guinness Book of World Records debuted, and ever since people have been setting stupid records, and employees of the GBW have had to verify things. Like this week, they had to verify most rolls of toilet paper balanced on some guy's head. He had 110 rolls of toilet paper stacked on his head and set the record.
It's pretty impressive.
It's really
Cool.
going downhill.
I just wrote a story for the woman with the largest mouth, and they called it. It was they called
popular.
it the gape world record. I don't know why, and she has a whole TikTok about her gape that I'm sure
might
gets a
wanna
lot of
Google
looks
that.
for other reasons. Yeah,
Something
Google
tells
that
me
if you're at work.
Something tells me that's one where the Guinness Book of World Records guys played rock, paper, scissors to see who would fly out for the gape lady.
Yeah.
They probably competed to verify that record. And then on August 27th, 2021, today, we mourn the death of at least 13 U.S. servicemen in Afghanistan at the time we were recording this, and several more civilians, including children, and several more servicemen and civilians that were injured as well. So I think it's like 70 civilians, 75 civilians, and hundreds of injuries in Kabul, Afghanistan, by total pieces of shit that set off multiple bombs by the gates at the airport. And then that leads to our only news story of the day, which is Afghanistan. Thank you for joining us, Kate. We are cowards and not qualified really to talk about this. So,
you guys are cowards for sure. Absolutely. But 13 killed, 10 of them Marines, 1 Navy corpsman. I don't know who the 13th is yet. Servicemen, and it could be women. No one has been identified.
Mark,
They're waiting.
What kind of intro was that, man?
service
members. Yeah. They don't know. They're waiting to notify the families until the names come out. And then over 90 Afghans were also killed, men, women, and children. It was at the Abbey Gate, which there were several gates around the airport there in Kabul, but that was the main one. And it was sort of, if you see it from a map from above, it was like a choke point. The city of Kabul kind of comes right up against the gate. And I don't know if anyone has seen images from it, but just at one point, soldiers were estimating there was over 10,000 people waiting outside that gate. So just a horrific scene.
We saw obviously pictures of people piling up at the fence line, but I did see pictures of a quick video of the aftermath of the bomb, and that was insane. Just people everywhere.
Horrible. And that they believe is suicide bomber attack. And there was a couple others that went off throughout the city pretty much at the same time, but it was a well coordinated attack. And I believe ISIS has taken responsibility for it. So
there was one at that hotel where they were airlifting people with Chinooks, right? That was like a few days ago, and then they bombed the hotel because they maybe were trying to disrupt that operation. I don't know.
Kate, you said something earlier when we were talking about this off the show about how strange it is to see like an attack with this many lives lost of service people, because usually when there's that many folks together, someone will come along and say, hey, spread out, guys. But it sounds like there's extenuating circumstances.
Absolutely. And well, in this case, again, you have thousands and thousands of people desperate for their lives. I mean, this is life and death. And you have these young Marines these are infantry Marines. They haven't trained to be at a small gate with 10,000 people outside of it, looking at paperwork in a foreign language and deciding, they're making life and death choices. They have so much going on that you have to search every single one of these people. You have to look at the paperwork. You have to do all these things. And so it takes an enormous amount of manpower at the gates. Unfortunately, it was a choke point, and ISIS clearly took full advantage of that. I can't really speculate any further. I have no idea exactly how it went down, but it is just a horrific loss of life. I believe this is the most service members we've lost in a single day, or the second most we've lost in a single day throughout the whole war. And I just wanted to read really
since 2011.
Yep.
I just wanted to read really quick. Jericho Denman, he's a former Army Ranger, and he was in Afghanistan with a nonprofit. this week, and he posted to his Instagram. He left the day before this happened. One of the things I'd planned on writing about after I returned was the absolute unwavering, humbling work ethic of the U.S. Marines I observed operating at the airport. They were doing something they had neither joined, trained, or wanted to do, and they were living in the worst conditions I'd ever seen for a deployment. But they all showed up, executed, and didn't bitch, not one bit, to me as an outsider. They're our very best, and I couldn't complete this post without tears. These people deserve better than this, and we owe it to them to unite and see justice done. It's just so many people, so many veterans across the board. You feel it kind of personally. But I'm rambling. I'm not doing the story justice.
It's tough. In our Discord chat, there's some veterans in there, and we saw one guy who got a text from somebody saying that he worked like a 72-hour shift or something, just to get the job done, like just because he had to keep going. Like, yeah,
and I'm sure a lot of people. I was looking at the women that were doing searches and stuff at the gate, and I'm sure they were pulled from, you go over to do this job and you wind up doing some other job where you're needed. But these were Marines who just went to where they were needed. And from what we were hearing in the days leading up to this, just absolute chaos. We got DMs on Zero Block 30 from Marines saying they were plucking babies out of the wire that went around. People just so desperate. They were leaving their babies at the gate, like, please just take them through. And the desperation. And then there was tweets going out today that they were actually welding the gates shut for now, but the Biden administration is saying we're going to continue this mission and we're going to hunt down the people who did this and take care of them. So all sorts of mixed messages coming through, all sorts of just...
Yeah, how does that work? Doesn't it? Because it seems like once they weld the gates shut, they probably just need to like get out, right? Or because, but then he says that that they'll stay till the 31st and try to get as many people as possible, right? Like you said, it's a little bit of a mixed
entryway, maybe. Or
there's several entryways, so I don't know if it was just Abbey Gate, and because with now people seeing like, oh shit, I'm totally speculating on everything here, but if they're worried about the security of the base and all that, but just absolutely. Absolutely devastating.
You mentioned another thing offline that so because it's such a clusterfuck, right? People have paperwork, people are trying to get in, people who should be behind the wire inside the airport aren't able to get in. So there's been like a coalition of service people, right, communicating and trying to get things done. I know like you and the Zero Block 30 people have been trying to like connect this person with that
like
person.
Digital Dunkirk type thing?
Yeah, it's if you look online and hashtag Digital Dunkirk, but it's thousands, it's other countries too, but it's people, it's mainly veterans who have a connection and stayed in touch with their interpreters or other Afghan contractors who have been, the one guy we were talking to, his Afghan interpreter had all the paperwork, had everything done except for like one little signature. And since 2016 has been fighting to get that one thing so that he could finish getting his special visa. And there's thousands and thousands of other stories like this, because when we hired these interpreters, we often did it through contracting companies. So the US government hired contractors who hired all these people. Well, as the war dialed down, a lot of these contracting companies completely disappeared. So when these interpreters and Afghan allies who did so much for us, and you should read some of the stories. Some of these guys were out there doing like infantry level shit, putting their lives on the line for our military members and keeping them safe. So when they went to get their final paperwork done, these contractors had completely disappeared and there was nothing they could do about it. So they were completely left hanging. And this is not just a few, this is tens of thousands kind of in this same situation, who for years and years, the guy we were talking to, he had all sorts of media coverage, senators, congressmen, and they still couldn't get this guy his special visa and his family. Like it took up until the last minute, and it's the Marines at this gate, the Abbey Gate in particular, is the one that through the grapevine, through the Digital Dunkirk, if you can get your interpreter and his family to Abbey Gate, send us pics through whatever app, show us what they're wearing, and we'll do our best to get them through. It was these Marines, these people on the ground. This was the gate that, again, and they have thousands of people in line and they're doing their best to help others, to even know like, okay, if we get this guy through, it's going to help this veteran back home. Like, I don't know. It's just an absolutely insane, but to know that these Marines and going out there, and I think this might be another part of it too. It's Afghanistan in August. the temperature gets well over 100 degrees. There is no shade, there's no water, there's no bathroom, there's no nothing. And so many of these people are there with young children, with babies, with whatever. Like, no wonder people are throwing their babies in chicken wire. They're going to die from exposure if they don't. And so there's just endless photos of the Marines slightly outside the wire, giving people water, giving them food, giving them all sorts of things, just pieces of cardboard to fan themselves off with. So a humanitarian side of things too, which makes this even more heartbreaking. Like, this isn't your traditional infantry mission.
Not only that, isn't it, like, aren't we concerned? Like, obviously this is just unbelievable tragedy. It's all anyone's been thinking about, you know, speaking for us, I'm sure, obviously from you, but it's not over. Like, whether they welded the gates shut or not, there's very real concern for more attacks. There are still people over there, service members and Afghans that helped us, and American citizens, and whether they're welding the gate shut or not, they're still over there, and the attacks are being planned. So, like, this is like a nightmare scenario that isn't over.
We're in the middle of it, right?
Yeah. And again, and the 31st is the cutoff date. Of course, the Taliban condemned the attacks, but who knows what's true and what's what. And again, that welding the gate shut, that was an official journalist I saw saying that, but could be hearsay. But, you know,
they're still going to plan attacks whether the gates are welded or not. They're talking about rockets, car bombs, other, like.
I think the other thing that's super interesting is you were talking about what happens when, unfortunately, you know, the worst case scenario happens, someone dies, that they shut down communication for the troops, right? Because there's not really you don't want it to get back to a family member that someone has died before they're officially told, right? I wonder how that'll affect the digital Dunkirk, right? Because essentially, like, it's falling on the troops to actually, like, get some of these people that need to be on the other side through, not from official command, and I wonder if they'll be able to do that, or if their communication will be shut down.
At this point, I'm sure those efforts, that whole system is going to change drastically after what happened yesterday. Right. And so I don't know if that's even on their minds at the moment. So yeah, I don't know. But it used to be, again, I don't know what the protocol is anymore. I've been out for a while now, but it used to be the most important thing was making sure that they told the family before it got to the media, because God forbid you're the family at home watching TV and you see that before.
Right. Yeah, I saw the Marines tweet that they're not going to give out any information until 24 hours after the last family's been informed.
But there's good news about the digital Dunkirk. The government took care of it, right? They sent over a list of all the names to the Taliban that they wanted.
Oh yeah, that's
fuck.
Yeah, that was
calling it a kill list. Some people.
Yeah, basically, this is probably the worst analogy for this situation ever, and I'm not making less of it. But do you remember when the Rolling Stones had a concert and they hired the Hells Angels to do security, and then I kind of thought about that. They were relying on the Taliban they've made a deal, like, okay, you guys kind of have the outer perimeter then to make sure people get in. They're like, absolutely, we're letting people through, it's fine.
Including ISIS-K.
Including ISIS suicide bombers, apparently. But yeah, that story came out in Politico. I don't know if anybody has that story pulled up. I don't know the exact details of it.
Right. So it was basically, there was 3 congressional offices that leaked it to Politico, that in a debrief with the executive team, I don't know, like if it's DOD or what, somebody from the executive branch, they shared that they had given that, like, list of names to the Taliban.
First and last name of U.S. citizens and Afghans that have helped us that we want to get through the airport.
I mean, what a bonehead fucking play, dude. What a bonehead play.
Also that, and then you know, there's a lot of second guessing about the Bagram Air Force Base and why that was abandoned and not retaken. And then it's just in general, like, you know, Marines shouldn't be processing people's visa paperwork. Like, in general, just how flat-footed we got caught in this whole situation.
Yeah.
Well, I think right now too, it's even killing me seeing all the politicians online right now, before the families are even fully notified, just pointing fingers and placing blame and blah, blah, blah. I do think a huge part of this falls on the State Department's failure to hold contractors accountable. 5, 10, whatever many years ago, these huge crowds didn't have to be here. These visas and all this stuff could have been taken care of.
Right. Okay.
Just stupid bureaucracy and dumb bullshit like that so much of this could have been avoided throughout each administration. It falls on every single one of them.
Right. Because you
Enormous
assume
amount.
that everybody was fucking up the paperwork the whole time. And then this
But
is
they
the
got
outlaw.
paid. They all got rich.
Why did they have to do the job to completion? Why isn't it something like if you show up to work day one, shouldn't you get the stamp? Like what are they waiting for?
It's just what Kate was saying, I think, is that those contractors, they got the contracts, they spent the money on the people who helped the military, and then they literally disbanded. Like they don't exist
before
anymore.
finishing the
Like that, they're just gone. Like, but also this war has been going on for 20 years. You have to imagine. So a lot of these guys, like they probably are totally in a different industry now. They like don't.
Oh no, they're gone. I get it, but
Yeah,
why
like-
didn't they before they dissolved or earlier?
Well, the government needs a workaround for that, right? Like you
There's got to be huge changes made. Who in the hell is going to want to work with us in the future? It's a national. This blunder is a national security issue, truly, because who will look at this and think, yeah, I'll help them in the future. And there was one other thing I wanted to touch on, but my brain is truly like
scrambled.
I have a question. I have
Yeah.
a question, Kate. So I know you've already kind of touched on it, and I don't want to take away from the events of what's happening today. They're terrible, but when this all started, I don't know how connected you are still with Marines and people that are over there, groups, but and you already mentioned some of the the bureaucracy that got in the way of this whole process. But what's kind of the sentiment amongst people that have served, Marines, like when they saw the process happening, were there people saying, I can't believe they're doing it this way, or they should have done it this way, or we could have done this, we could have done that? Like, what's the overall kind of anger, betrayal? What's kind of like the overall sentiment from you guys?
I mean, I was going back through today and reading old journalists had reached out to me asking, for a story on something, and to triple fact check, because it's been 10 years since I was there. And I'm like, let me triple fact check. And I found an old article where I'm giving quotes kind of saying like, man, I'm a young Lance Corporal in this article. And I'm saying, man, what we're doing is kind of futile. Ooh, like this isn't sustainable. Really, this isn't working out. Like,
wow.
And this was 10 years ago. And I was saying that, and even the commander is interviewed in the story too. And he's saying, well, the Taliban's still everywhere. They're just kind of biding their time and waiting. It was like, we always all knew this was not going to be a good ending. There was no winning this. And yet it continued for 20 years somehow. I don't know. I'm still trying to compartmentalize it and wrap my head around it. I've gotten, every veteran is different and feels differently, but I've gotten so many messages from service members on all sides of the political fence going, we were at the bottom and we called this. Like, nobody was listening to us
How'd
for
they
20
not see
years,
it?
as we said. And we were wondering,
especially
like,
the last 10 after bin Laden was taken out, right? So like that makes it really hard to understand the last 10.
and I was back after bin Laden was killed in 2012. I was in Afghanistan. And it's funny, you pass these messages up from the bottom. You see one thing, this is not working. And then you see the higher ups talking to the media saying, we turned a corner. Everything's going great. We just need another year. In 2012, the big news was the drawdown. We're drawing down. Well, where I was at, they were building new buildings everywhere, spending millions of dollars, continuing to build up the base. And you're going, well, they're telling the media something totally different than what they're doing.
With that, I do question about, sort of the economics of the war in Afghanistan. What was the reason that we had to stay so long, and how much of that is tied to all those people that made so much money over the course of the war, and that's just sad to think that if that would be the reason why we'd be doing something like that.
Yeah, I don't want to be like tinfoil hat Katie, but it makes me angry looking at stories coming out about, I see this congressman online saying we need to get back in there with blah, blah. And you find out, well, he's made $25 million off his private contracting firm. How is this guy allowed to be a fucking congressman?
Got a lot of Raytheon stock, probably.
Right. Yeah. And you look,
we're going to get back in there.
I mean, this administration said for these attacks today that they're going to get revenge. They're going to kill them. And
could that be by drone, or is that you think that needs to be boots on the ground? Like,
kind of implied drone in his speech, I thought. But.
I mean, guys, that's a really interesting question, which begs like a much larger question, right? Which is like, today, I felt the way, and I think a lot of America felt the way that we felt, not to the same degree, but the same type of pain, when September 11th happened, right?
Yeah, angry.
When someone killed our people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, angry.
And what that led us down a rabbit hole of occupying this country in a weird way, and lots of decisions were made, a lot of them poor. But like it's also almost like solidifies why the fuck we need to get out of the Middle East or we can't be occupying any place where there's Islamic extremism because it's so contrary to our way of life, and it's so devastating, and there's almost no way to fucking beat it with violence. What are we gonna do? We're gonna chase them down, and then what? And then what? I don't know. Kill them, please.
It's not like the time to even consider it because it's the time to mourn, right? But like, I think that a lot
to
of
get everybody out safely. It's hard. It's hard to think about like how you're going to attack somebody when you're still evacuating. Right. Like
it's not even close
still
to being
have
over
to
yet.
get these people out.
But I think it's more than America that's afraid of this extremist ISIS-K. There's Central Europe, a lot of countries in Europe. We're talking about, if you give them too much. If you give the fire too much oxygen and all these cells pop back up, there's going to be attacks in a number of countries down the road.
Well, of course. But, does that mean that America needs to hold Afghanistan forever?
I'm not saying, I don't know.
Like, I mean,
no, I don't think particularly
not unless they have oil. I don't think we'll be able to get to it.
I wouldn't mind if we drone the shit out of them eventually.
It's a tough question, but, I think that certainly the last administration and this administration, they want to end the war. I think most Americans would like to not have an active war going on in Afghanistan. Sure. The Iraq war also, closing up. So like, I think that most people feel like, let's not focus so much energy and money on bombing the Middle East. But when the withdrawal goes this poorly, it gives the ammo to the people that Kate's talking about who are like, war hawking, let's ramp it back up, so it just sucks all around. It's just terrible.
Well, the thing is too that I don't know if I'll be able to articulate this. All the politicians jump on things like this immediately, and they use the dead troops for clout, for whatever. I can promise you, not a single Marine sitting in the smoke pit tonight, sobbing with their buddies, is talking politics, is talking about their representative or this or that. They're just fucking heartbroken and have just experienced a trauma that we can't even imagine. And these guys and gals are back home in their comfy ass houses on Twitter talking all sorts of big game about the troops when they actually really truly don't give a fuck. And that is one of the most infuriating things to me. These troops... 13 were killed, 18 injured, and again, 90 Afghans. They had to deal, I'm just thinking of the troops that had to deal with the aftermath of that. It wasn't like it just happened and then they all got to go inside the airport and be fine.
Clean that up, yeah.
They had to triage. I mean, I just can't even imagine what they went through. And so it's also really infuriating to see all these politicians on both sides running their mouths when that's the last thing on these troops' minds tonight. It's like, hey, give it a fucking day, fucking assholes. Like, give it a fucking day.
Everything in DC is about spin and optics.
They never will.
And everything's used as a political football, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter how fucking degrading or disgusting it is. Politicians have no bottom. They will use it as fuel for their arguments.
And never once when we lost somebody did we sit around placing blame on politicians. Like the Marines just do what they do for the Marine to their left and their right. And that's what they were doing in this case. And once again, politicians going to use it. I'm like going tinfoil hat Katie on everybody, but I just scrolling around and seeing what our leaders, how they were all handling it today was.
That's not tinfoil hat. That's just pulling up the truth.
No, it was a mess. Thursday was a mess. One of the all-time days for people that said shit that they will probably regret the next day. And a lot of them were politicians.
A lot of them. And it's shameful. It's disgusting, but anyway, happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Yeah. Hey, so next time, Kate, just practice some mouth exercises. We'll try to get you the GAPE Award for Guinness Book of World Records next time live on the show.
I'll do my part.
All right.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, no, I would like to, Mark was saying this before the show. I mean, congrats, Pat. Thank you for comforting a service member.
That's right.
Fuck, whatever. Don't thank me.
I mean, that's the most any of the four of us have done. So
yeah, Kate, I wrote a lot for Afghanistan, not knowing if you're going to come on, and I had one joke, and I basically said, the point of Hard Factor is, I don't want to speak for the other host, but it's to make people laugh, brighten their day, deliver the news, like a service of delivering some lighthearted journalism, nothing's too serious, but enough to keep people informed. But the main thing for me is to make people laugh, and you can do that with like 99% of stories, but sometimes you just can't. Like with this one, there is no spinning it, there's no making it light, there's no trying to. I had one joke written in 15 paragraphs, and I said, there's millions of people more qualified than me because I'm a coward. And
to tell the joke, I agree.
No, not. There's very few of those. It's because I'm a coward. I would never serve the country. I didn't serve the country. I haven't served the country, and so there's millions of people more qualified than me and the host. But Pat's at least fucking a vet, so that's good journalism, and by Pat, and he's closest that we got. So thank you for coming on the show.
It's my baby.
Oh, he's not
mama.
fucking me.
Well,
It's been a while.
Is there another vet on the show?
He's living with the vet. So
hey, it's birthday weekend.
Change the
It's
joke.
birthday weekend.
Trying to fuck a vet.
It's gonna turn around this
Hey,
week.
we got a
I feel it.
beautiful baby. I don't need sex. There you go.
Yeah, you can prove you did it once.
it's true.
Well, fellas,
thank
this
you-
has been
thank you, Kate.
really deflating, though.
Oh,
Thank you.
come on. Well, do you want to stick around for a story about a man who?
Nope. Thank
Okay.
you, guys.
No.
Have a good Friday, everybody.
Thanks, Kate.
Yeah, thank you, Kate.
See you
Sorry.
later.
Hope it wraps up quick. Been a tough couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you to
I
Kate.
mean-
Thank you, Pat, for bringing your
Oh, man.
baby mama on.
Happy to have her anytime.
It's tough. That today was tough for everyone. Today, tomorrow.
What was her deployment? She was Pat. Do you know the dates offhand? Just so
She said 2012, right?
Yeah,
One of them.
2011, 2012. She went twice.
2 times. Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess once before Osama was down, once after. So.
Shout out to all the troops and all the troops' families.
Too many.
So we got to move on with the show. We got to do some business. It has been a tough week. Probably a lot of people are feeling down. And like Pat mentioned yesterday, there's a pretty cool life hack to the blues, and that's listening to music. I know I will be listening to a lot of music this weekend on loud. And let me tell you right now, the best way to listen to music on any volume, but specifically loud, is with Raycon wireless headphones. Raycons come with a bunch of gel tips for your comfort. And unlike some other brands, they don't stick out of your ears. They fit perfectly. Raycons have a 32-hour battery life. Like mine's still charged like this whole week. It was charged the whole fucking week. Like it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's insane.
The whole
you
week.
never have to charge the Raycons.
It's like a once a week charge. It's insane. The other guys you got to do like once a day. So you can listen to what you want when you want for a really long time. They start at half the price of other premium audio brands, but they sound just as good. And Raycons come with a 45-day happiness guarantee, so you really can't lose. Give them a try. You'll see what I mean. Create your own soundtrack with Raycon. Right now, our listeners can get 15% off their Raycon order at buyraycon.com/hardfactor. That's buyraycon.com/hardfactor to save 15% on Raycons. But buy Raycon, RAYCON.com/hardfactor.
Heck yeah. Love it. Well, yeah, let me
Switching gears.
Let's go back to Afghanistan.
Switching gears here.
Let's take us to Georgia.
Unbutton the shirt.
You guys want to come to Georgia with me real
Yeah.
quick?
Yeah.
Love to.
yes. Yes.
Right on down to Georgia for a
Okay,
story,
not that Georgia. Okay, good.
with a little bit more levity. Great Georgia joke. 2 Georgias, 1 state. One
Georgia on
country.
your mind?
Okay, so I always got Georgia on my mind, baby. A manhunt ended yesterday when 23-year-old Georgia man Kinjon Griffin turned himself in after evading police with a stolen hearse that he grabbed from a crematory parking lot on Wednesday. So
Interesting steal.
They're
Yeah.
always leaving keys and hearses and stuff. I don't know.
Really?
you figure no one's gonna
No one's
take
going
it.
to steal it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like they should guard those because ever since I watched the Ghostbusters as a kid, I thought it would be cool to steal a hearse and turn it into something
Yeah,
else.
paint it white, get some decals, put a siren on it.
Not to mention Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, busts some
that's the
ghosts.
same trick in there.
Well, they're stealing hearses and they smuggle the ecstasy and the bodies.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, great movie plot. This one could have been a movie too. The story didn't really say if Keyjohn stole the hearse in order to continue evading police or if he stole the hearse and that's why police were chasing him. But the reason why isn't really important. What is important, y'all, is that Keyjohn was speeding away from the crematory and he must have really been flooring it because a dead body that was on a gurney rolled out of the hatchback of the hearse and right at police that were chasing him.
That's such an awesome tactic to do on a run. When you're on the run, throw a dead body at him.
I mean, I imagine what could have happened.
Yeah.
Like, does the hearse have a button, like a dump body button that opens that?
He was shaking the car.
Button, yeah. That's like the ultimate. They need to make a hearse Mario Kart cart.
Yes.
And it'd be like a special one where you drop coffins out the back.
Skeletons out the back.
Instead of bananas, you're dropping coffins.
I mean, yeah, lots of cars have like a hatchback button, like mine does, but it doesn't engage while I'm driving. You think because a hearse is like a custom vehicle, maybe they
Maybe.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. Yeah, I guess if you had one that really popped open, but you'd have to get some pop though to do it.
What would be really intense is if you did the double pop. So you pop out the coffin, but there's a button to pop the coffin open so that the body jumps out a little bit.
Open.
That's some James Bond shit right there.
Yeah.
Keyjohn was running from the police. Take a lot of planning. That wasn't on the table today. Police said personnel on site were able to safely secure the body. Tough gig. So yeah, police hunted for Keyjohn for a whole night, I guess. See, after he got away or out of the crematory parking lot, he blew a tire on I-20 and the van stopped. And I guess he hit a couple vehicles on the way too. He was just kind of like, he was on tilt. And he got out on foot and started running into the woods, at which point the cops said, man, we got this guy dead to rights. But they didn't, and he slipped away. So the DeKalb County Police Department brought in K-9 units and a Hero unit, which I think is a helicopter unit, secured the perimeter. But Keyjohn lived to crime another day, and Stu Henderson, the owner of the van, and Stan Henderson, I guess it's Stu and Stan Henderson, Stu and Stan and Sons Mortuary in Stockbridge, told Fox 5 Atlanta, it's ridiculous that the dead can't even rest. He was really upset for the dead body.
That's not how he sounded.
Well, how do you know, bro?
I just have a guess.
It was a quote in a newspaper, so I'm gonna put my own spin on it.
That's the dead rat.
It's ridiculous that the dead can't even rest.
A little spider crawls across his face.
Come down to Stu and Stan.
This is a great ad for them, really.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, it's pretty good.
They should cut that.
This was one of the best internet comments I've ever seen. Let's take it to the internet real quick, guys. Elrod says, let me guess, the coffin rolled down the hill into the drugstore, hit the counter, and the dead guy asked the pharmacist, got anything to stop this coffin?
Elrod. That's having some fun.
He backed into that joke.
Elrod is also that's Spanish for the rod. It was two words. Elrod. It wasn't like one name.
Big time. The Rod guys.
Elrod definitely goes by Elrod in public.
100. Elrod's a joke specialist, guys.
Yeah.
And there's a specialist for just about everything, right? You got Elrod when you need a joke. When my car breaks down, I go to a mechanic. When I'm dead, I go to Stan and Stu and Sons crematory. Right? Mm-hmm. Call plumber when your pipes are burst.
Come down to Stu and Stan.
You get what I'm getting at? So when you get uneven, crooked teeth and you want to get them fixed, you see an orthodontist. That's just how it works. They're specialists, and that's what sets Candid, the invisible, comfortable, and removable aligners, above the rest. Hell yeah, we're talking about Candid. So will poorly reviewed or insanely priced clear aligner companies use general dentists? Candid only works with orthodontists. And with Candid, the same orthodontist who created your plan is with you from start to finish. You never have to wonder how you're doing. Constant check-in. Your treatment is prescribed and closely monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist who's an expert in tooth movement. That's what they are. You can book an appointment at a Candid studio near you or do everything from the comfort and convenience of your own home. The average Candid treatment is just 6 months long, and you'll start seeing results way before then. It costs thousands less than traditional braces. And with your aligner treatment, you can get Candid's teeth whitening for free. Let's be honest, as an adult, you wouldn't get traditional braces because it would look weird. But these aligners, they're clear and you can rock them. No one will even really know, in my opinion. Plus, you get the teeth whitening. Plus, you get an orthodontist all day. So get on Candid, guys. They can help you get straighter teeth, brighter smile, the one you've always wanted. Right now, you can save $75 on your Candid starter kit. That's pretty good. That's quite a value when you get started from home, or you can book an appointment at a Candid studio near you. And to do that, you would go to candidco.com/hardfactor. That's one word, hard factor. And then use the code hardfactor. So that's candidco.com/hardfactor. Code hardfactor. Take advantage of this limited time offer to save $75 on your started kit. candidco.com/hardfactor. Code hardfactor.
Mm-hmm. My son's mom once dated a guy who had like traditional braces at the age of like 40.
Remember that guy?
What a weirdo.
Yeah, you gotta get Candid.
Yeah.
It's clear. It's clear in 6 months, dude.
You look like a fucking 7th grader when he's 40. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. The minute I shook that guy's hand, I'm pretty sure I turned to Wes and I said, "This guy's not sticking around long." I wouldn't worry about this guy, Wes.
No. Braces, nah.
It's always funny when you meet a full-grown adult and you've known them for a while, and they just all of a sudden show up with braces.
Oh, that's insane.
It's always one of the
It's a crazy move with traditional braces.
Unless they're a porn star, it makes no sense.
I found a picture of Stu.
It happens in business all the time.
I found a picture of Stu from Stu and Stan's.
It's Uncle Fester.
A lot like Uncle Fester.
Oh, man. All right, guys.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
That's right. It is time. And it's Friday. Okay, so we have a Florida story for you. This time a Florida woman story. Then we have 2 beach stories. First with some heifers on a beach in Corsica. And then in France for some nude sunbathing issues that they're having over there. So first, it is Friday. So Florida we go, where a woman by the name of Hannah Frith, let me just pull a picture of you guys. There she is, and as you can see, she's got a jumpsuit.
The face matches the last name. That's
She's 6 feet tall and has a huge frown on.
She's sick. Oh my god, I didn't realize
she's got a
she
base.
is 6 feet tall.
She's 6 feet tall.
She's got the half head shave thing
pushing
going.
3 bills.
A new wave haircut. Yeah.
Wow, that is an intimidating lady.
Yeah,
Frith
so
will
she's
knock you out.
She's 33 from Panama City. She was arrested Wednesday and booked solid for grand theft and scheming to defraud her employer by essentially faking sick. So according to the Panama City News Herald, Frith began providing her employer with forged doctor's notes back in March of 2020, claiming various medical conditions that prevented her from working in an office environment and only allowed her to work from home on a limited basis. So, you know, she's living the sweet life, not going into the office, just providing these faked forged doctor's notes. And over the next 15 months, she developed a plethora of ailments that kept getting worse, from high-risk pregnancy, a shunt in her brain, 2 emergency surgeries, a cesarean section birth, and worst of all, pregnancy with twins. All fake, all forged, all of which allowed her to rack up $17,000 in paid leave and other benefits.
Get well soon, Frith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, it's good play by her. How'd she get all these fake documents, though?
The people that she work with are morons, I guess.
Boy, I hope the twins are healthy. Frith's been on the mend for a while.
Yeah, she's got that.
Crazy how she had 3 kids during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frith
15
has a
months.
shunt.
Yeah.
You think those kids are going to be okay? She's got a shunt.
Yeah.
Wait, is her name Shunt or Frith?
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually the brilliant play here is that she used shunt. Like, no one ever suspects a shunt as a
no one's
as a
ever
fake.
faked. Yeah, no one's ever faked the shunt.
No
I
one's
don't know
ever
what the
faked a
fuck a
shunt.
shunt is, bro.
Right?
Right, exactly. I don't even know what it is. I know it's like, I think it like helps drain blood in the brain or something. I'm not sure. So worst of all, this article states while Frith was out of work, she exhausted all of the paid leave provided by her employer. So Frith's coworkers then donated their paid leave to help her out, and the employer provided additional benefits. So,
Amazing.
yeah,
She got it.
she was living the high life. So finally, someone with some balls spoke up and was like, "This bitch is lying." So they called some of the agencies she claimed to have been treated at, and guess what? Never heard of her. Hannah, who they said, and the jig was up, and they alerted authorities. Yeah.
Do you think it was one of those, oh, you don't need to do that situations when she heard that the other employees were doing, because donating their pay? This sounds like a woman who has a pathological lying problem.
Yes.
So like really the road should have forked when people were giving them their paid leave. Like
Right. Yeah. She did probably pat at that point. realize.
Oh no, that's not. You don't need to do that. Really, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, we insist.
French, she was in.
She
deep.
was like, the shunt was too good.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have used the shunt.
Shunt was too good.
Yeah.
The coworkers like, I've never even heard of a shunt. What's a shunt? We got to give her all of our days.
Sounds bad.
Did you hear? She has a. We're taking up a collection. She has a shunt.
Should have gone with shin splints.
Yeah. It's so random. It's so believable. What a great move.
So I got gas. I meant to say I had gas. Shunt was too far.
It worked too good though. I just looked it up. It was what Wes said. They like put a tube inside your head and they drain like hemorrhaging blood out of your
So
brain.
was she like wearing bandages on her head?
Yeah, what was her job again?
I had no idea what her job was, but it
I hope it
wasn't
was like
I mean, just
complex
look-
math or aircraft
No,
air
man,
traffic
look-
control.
Look at this
Oh,
woman.
look at her hair. Dude, the hairdo. You think you think she got that?
She shaved for the shunt.
She
What?
shaved
Probably.
that for the fucking shunt.
for the shunt.
Maybe
She's like, this is my
She's
shunt
into, like,
side.
Flock of seagulls.
Holy shit!
shunt shave. Yeah,
Crazy.
good for her.
Wow.
I like her. I like her. I like the shunt move.
Yeah, but she's how many years did she get though?
I don't know. They just booked her there. The charges are like fraud. They haven't decided
get
on
some
her
time.
on her. Yeah, the trial has not yet come.
Can you imagine Frith in heels? What a sight!
Yeah, good lord. I love how she's got like the traditional like black and white stripe too. It's like jail suit. Just amazing.
frown
That's an
on the-
all-time mugshot.
What a
Yeah.
frown on that.
Yeah, yeah.
And the fact that she's just a towering 6-foot woman is amazing.
Yeah. All right, let's go to.
She's got the same dimensions as Wes.
Give me some of your paid sick leave.
It's basically Wes.
Yeah, look at that. 5'11" and a half.
5'11" and big.
Just frown. All right, let's go to Mare e Sol Beach in Cote Chiavari on the French Mediterranean island of Corsica. So if you guys don't know where that is, it's right there by next to Italy, right under France.
That's where Napoleon's from.
Pretty. Oh, is it nice?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Well, that island is where heifers are
Or we
taking
got
over
sent
a beach there and attacking all the hot chicks in bikinis. It's crazy. Look at all these heifers intimidating this poor hot blonde chick. Unbelievable. See that? Yeah. Oh, you guys thought I was body shaming women. No, these
Yes.
are literal fat,
Yes.
big fat cows on the beach with horns and stuff.
You had
I
me
knew
going
you
the whole
weren't.
time.
Yeah. So Corsica has around 15,000 cows just wandering the island, shitting where they please, and about half of them are wild cows, and half are owned by people who have no idea where they are at any given time, but they roam free, and they often roam on the beach and take up residency there. And then usually are compliant when the hot chicks want to sunbathe, but because of the pandemic and there being less humans, these cows have gotten territorial and no longer so welcoming of humans sharing their beach and are becoming violent.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. They put warnings up that say, danger, don't get near the heifers, don't get near the cows. But people aren't listening. One woman who went to take a picture of them got gored in the face and had to be taken to the hospital because, as we all know, heifers don't like their picture to be taken,
Good point.
Yeah.
You got me with heifers. I thought it was like a Frith family vacation in Corsica.
No.
Corsica
Yeah.
is where Napoleon's from, though, so you can understand why the cows are a little
More
bit
Napoleon shit, Will.
Yeah.
He knows everything. And they've
They've got Napoleon syndrome, those cows.
So there's been a number of other gorings on the rise on this island. A 70-year-old man or woman was gored. One theory from the article states that part of the problem might stem from a change in the EU agriculture policy, being that recent subsidy changes favoring the ownership of cattle meant that many farmers went immediately out to buy some. So they're fucking everywhere.
So they just leave them. They're like, I own a cow, so now I get tax breaks.
Yeah, you get tax break.
It might be the EU's building the confidence of a heifer program where they coddle the heifers.
I don't know those.
They whisper sweet nothings into their ears.
Yeah.
Can do what you want.
Be careful. Those heifers in Corsica are not nice, especially if you're a hot chick with a camera. And finally, let's go to France, where something very tragic is happening on the beaches there, guys.
You're
And-
staying in France. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're going
Mainland
yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, mainland France.
Mainland
The
France.
beach. Yeah. And finally, let's go to France, where something very tragic is happening on the beaches there. That being that the famous nude beaches in France, the ones with like old penises and breasts just glistening in the sun as far as the eye can see, like this one. There you are.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
That one guy.
Yeah.
Look at the old guy.
Yeah, he loves it.
He's so tan. He's so naked all the time on
amazing.
the beach.
That guy's wang brushes up against dudes and chicks all the time.
Yeah, big hugger. That
That's
guy.
why he's out there.
Yeah, it's like, is that a jellyfish? No. It's Ferdinand.
It turns out that these beaches are becoming less and less nude by the day, as the women there, especially,
Except
are becoming.
that
Especially that guy. Especially the women there
Dead body.
are becoming fearful of taking off their tops because many of the women surveyed said they feared being attacked, harassed, or otherwise violated by perverts while they're topless there. So the quick history.
Just now they're figuring this out.
Yeah, though this year especially, I think the pandemic is making people a little crazy. So quick history, topless sunbathing was popularized in the 60s when women said it wasn't fair for men to go in the sun and get their nipples, all tan. So they said, we want some sun on our nips too. And the men were like, why didn't we think of that? You win. Great victory, feminism. Well done. So strong you are. Yes, you win. And then some morons tried to ban it. Yeah, you win.
I bet you wouldn't tan your nips.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't. Yeah.
I'm glad it's petroleum jelly day.
And then some morons tried to ban it in the 70s. Awful idea that was defeated by like 497 to 3 in the legislature there. So something like that. Not sure the exact number. Anyway, just listen to these jaw-dropping stats. According to the New York Post, just 19% of breasted sunbathers in the country now say they feel comfortable removing their tops at the beach, compared with 2009, where 34% said they do, or in 1984, 40%. So these things are like the ice. The beaches are like the ice caps. They're just
why?
melting away breasts.
No. You know what this is?
Oh no!
You know what this is? It's because Wes. It's because there's so many Ferdinands. There's so many of those guys. There's so many boomers. Like and
Listen,
they're all just on the nude beach.
That's
And
an
The
alarming
boomers are getting a
stat.
little aggressive, but there's
yeah,
always
and they're
been old
watching
guys.
the young girls, right? And so the old guys, the young people can't handle all these old guys. There's an influx of old nude guys.
Ferdinand was respectable or respectful, I should say, in his 40s, but now that he's in his 70s, he's lost it a little bit.
No, he'll
And
just
he's-
grab you.
and he's just swimming up and bumping his cock on everyone.
Yeah.
There's always been
giggling.
Ferdinands.
Yeah.
I think the boomers are like the Ferdinand like generation. Like there's going to be more boomer Ferdinands than ever before.
Yeah,
Right
I mean,
now.
that's a crazy decrease. 19. I mean, that's
alarming.
13% in what, 11 years, something like that.
That's dead in 25 years. It's over.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. By the way, great term for women. I think breasted. Like, hey, how's the party? Any breasted people there? Like 10. Oh,
That means they're topless.
Yeah, no, that just means that's like a woke term for like.
Well, but
for,
what
to
if
be
it's
included.
a man with breasts?
Yeah, exactly.
Because we could technically be like a breasted pot.
Or we can get
Ferdinand
breasts.
was
Yeah.
breasted too.
Yeah. All kidding aside, those numbers are staggering, gentlemen. According to the New York Post, French
Planning on
pollster-
going to France?
well, you better soon. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
According to the New York Post, French. Before it dries up.
What are we even doing here?
Telling you, it's like the ice caps. The French pollster IFOP conducted a survey in conjunction with the World Topless Day, which was apparently yesterday, which includes responses from over 5,000 Europeans, including 1,000 French women. 48% of French ladies, they said physical safety was the primary concern. 46% also said they feared photos of their bare chest might up on social media. So social media plays a big role in this because it's everywhere. They don't want their
People are
nips
spilling the beans.
They're
Those
spilling the
dudes.
beans.
It's not IFOP, Wes. It's IFAP. It's the organization.
Oh, really? I just copied and pasted it. It's an IFOP. Okay, well, whatever it is.
Get it?
So it's it's a two front. It's a two front
You
battle.
didn't get it.
It's a two front battle. It's the Ferdinands. It's the amount of Ferdinands, and then also the young guys with their phones.
And then the assholes that are posting it. Yeah.
Right. Assholes that are posting it.
Or
Also,
other chicks that are taking pics. You never know.
Yeah.
Also, half women hid behind the skin cancer as an excuse. They were covering up, saying they didn't want to get
That's
unnecessary
bullshit.
damage. But the numbers are dropping, so better get to France soon. If you know what's good for
Can you blame women though? Like creepy, like a
No,
growing
I can't.
number of creepy old men and
No,
a
they're
growing
right.
number of men who are like snapping photos of their
I think
naked
they're
bodies.
completely warranted to have this fear.
They're right.
I think there's someone out there arguing the counter to that, Will?
No, they should feel comfortable.
Some guys at the shore screaming.
We're just gonna let them do this. We're
Dude,
just gonna let
Ferdinand
them
is
do this.
definitely against this. He's
You
like,
just got
"You
here
should feel
30 minutes
comfortable."
ago. You just took your top off. You're leaving already?
Look, there's drones out there just hovering above these women. I mean, it's a mess. So
Don't mind my drone.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. Let me just show you. There's a nice picture. Okay. Yeah, you guys.
way.
You know what? You know what's good to drizzle all over some big cows. Full bore barbecue.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And it's proof the American dream is still alive when you have a superior product mixed with unstoppable work ethic. What started with a group of high school friends trying their hand at a local barbecue competition has turned into a company that is trusted everywhere. It is known to make you the star of your backyard. Their barbecue sauce and rub combinations might as well be peanut butter and jelly. Classic flavors with extra something that puts them over the top, with a wall of trophies and hardware to prove it. Over 30,000 units sold and enjoyed nationwide in the past year. Best damn rubs and sauces you will ever allow to tickle your taste buds. One small business, Hard Factor, trying to support another, Full Bore Barbecue, or the other way around. Not really sure how it works. Can be found at almost 300 retail stores. Check website for local information. Please read our story and check out our unique recipes on the website too. Rub it in. Follow us on Instagram at Full Bore BBQ Products for fan features and Full Bore BBQ to see more of their work. We are offering you guys, Hard Factor listeners, 10% off your entire order when you use promo code FACTOR. So stop forcing down that sweet baby raise and support fellow Hard Factor listeners by visiting fullborebarbecueproducts.com. This is the official barbecue of Hard Factor. Full bore like a pig, bbqproducts.com to order yours today, and let's barbecue everything.
Looks good. Yeah, they're helping us. We're helping them. Just a couple Ferdinands bumping into each other at the beach.
That's right.
Super delicious.
Spread it on.
Spread it on. Rub one out.
And I do. I put this shit on everything. My barbecue sandwiches have been to die for.
You can even put it on a Papadillo from Papa John's, which I
Oh, I saw that.
Oh yeah, watch out for Mark's Papadillo review coming soon. And next up, fellas, it's going to be voicemails and 5-star reviews from Apple Pods, but they're brought to us by the short of hashtag Fatboy Summer, Bird Dogs. Bird Dogs are the short with a built-in silky soft inner liner that makes underwear obsolete. It's a short that will instantly make you feel more free to tackle any situation that you can get in and out and in and out and in and out of again, any situation, no matter how sticky or slimy. And then when you get out and pull your pants back up, you don't even need to worry about the boxers because they're built in, buddy.
Right.
Built into the shorts.
They're so comfortable. It kind of feels like you're at a nude beach.
Yeah. Ferdinand, watch out because we're coming in our Bird Dogs. Did Bird Dogs do it again? Or did Bird Dogs do it again? Go to birddogs.com, enter promo code FACTOR, and they'll throw in a free Bird Dogs whistle ball. You remember those Nerf Vortex howler footballs that whistle when you throw them? Yeah,
Yes.
That's the Bird Dogs. That's what they're sending you, but they threw a Bird Dogs logo on it. It's genius. That's birddogs.com, promo code FACTOR, and boom, a free Bird Dogs whistle ball. Seriously, the most comfortable shorts I've ever worn, and they're appropriate for any situation. You can get wet, you can get dry real fast, and then you can go out to the bar. You look great. So it's just
Great partnership. The Hive loves them. The Hive loves wearing them.
fantastic. Enjoy your Bird Dogs on this last weekend of hashtag Fatboy Summer.
See you next summer, Bird Dogs.
I forgot a funny story about the nude beaches. When I was like 17, we went to a vacation in Jamaica, right? My sister was like 12 and she was riding the jet ski and it broke down right in front of the like the hedonism island down there. So she had to swim to the Ferdinand Island to get rescued, like a 12-year-old
Hedonism
girl.
that's the Ferdinand Resort.
Yeah.
In Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hedonism. I think they shut it down, but yeah, it was the.
They had naked beaches down
It
there.
was the Ferdinand.
I mean, a naked beach and hedonism, two different things.
This was a naked beach, but I believe it was called
They're
hedonism.
very
It was.
hedonistic.
They had hedonism and hedonism too.
They did.
in Jamaica. Yeah, and it was Ferdinand City. And that was.
She got an eyeful.
bunch of hedonists.
She did.
Whoa.
All right, boys. Let's hit the 5-star reviews first. Sorry to Wes's sister. First up, 5 stars from Leilu 5410. They say, keep the good news rolling. Great show. I listen to it every morning on my commute to work. The guys have me hysterically laughing while stuck in traffic. I'm a blue collar guy and a vet. Nice. Thank you for your service from the Chicagoland area. So I appreciate the diverse but patriotic takes you guys have on different stories, situations. Pat can get a little goofy on some stories, but I appreciate opposing views, and that's okay because this is America, the best place on earth. Keep it up. Have a great fucking day. Yeah, thank you, lady.
What a phenomenal review.
That was awesome.
Goof out with me on Hard Factor.
You get a little goofy, Pat.
Don't get goofy with me.
Goofy Pat.
Whoa, I have an opinion. It's different.
Spits out his coffee. What did he say?
That was goofy. All right, next one.
Love it.
5 stars from Steve Jobs Alvear, and it's an acronym for the Hard Factor homies. And H stands for hard hitting news. A stands for absolutely hysterical. R, rowdy facial hair. D, dreamy men. Space. F, fat boy summer. A, lot of hot takes. C, could use a woman. Hit me up. Oh, nice. Right. T, talented, tasteful, and totally tubular. Original commentary for O. R, rated 5 stars.
Wow. What a creative review.
What a fucking
awesome
review.
From a lady.
Steph Jobs Alvear.
Two bangers to start out with.
Sup. All right, next one. 5 stars from Shamed Hawk. They say, best show according to JD Power. Never miss a show. Where am I sending the car T? Too much. Blah, ha, 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 ha. Think you guys will need somebody to keep the warehouse on Hive Island? Will work for food and beer. 100%.
Yeah, we're going to need skilled laborers. You got
we have a running list. It's an Excel spreadsheet of the people that will be populating Hive Island. So we will pencil you in for warehouse manager.
Shamed Hawk, you are on there. Warehouse.
Also, we're going to need a few sober people.
Quartermaster? Is that the
We're going to have to term? like, if you're sober, you got whatever job you want pretty much because,
you guys need drivers.
Right.
No, not on the
captains. Well, just like also just
we're gonna have golf carts
moving people's bodies out of the sun.
Yeah, that's good.
Probably even more dangerous.
Someone that saves people's lives.
Medical doctors too.
Yeah, any of those jobs. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of jobs. We're job creators once we get Hive Island.
Also, some scientists because we don't want to just do nothing down there. I want to be working. I want to be working on stuff like McAfee, but with less murder.
Be innovating.
I like it. Finding different types of marine biology. It's called Jewfish Island now, so they got a bunch of different types of fish down there. We could do marine biology for sure.
Indeed. Moving on. 5 stars from Mr. Half Incher. Nice name. Best news pod, and it's not close. Love the pod. Been listening since episode 1 on Barstool. It's like me and my degenerate friends talking headlines, and it makes the news less depressing. The personalities on here are top tier. Even Pat. Had to take a swipe at him. Love you, Pat. Keep up the great work, boys. And glad you're back, Wesley. P.S. Figured out a new pro move. If I miss a pod in the morning, I watch it on YouTube at night when I'm going to bed. Best way to wake up or go to bed, listening to you for giggle like schoolgirls. Mr. Half Inch is the man.
Giggle goofy.
Pat gets so goofy.
Nah.
It's goofing out over
That's
here.
a good
Come
idea.
on over. I might have some strange takes.
If your commute's over, that's a good idea. Watch it on YouTube.
There's actually that sets up one of the voicemails later so well, so you'll hear what I'm talking about. All right, next one. 5 stars from Gaylord Fock 2. Gaylord Strikes Again is the title. Thank you, Gaylord. Just wanted to give you guys an extra 5 stars from my work phone as well. Keep up the good work from all the nurses out there. We love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gaylord.
Thanks.
We're definitely gonna need some nurses and some nurses.
That's true. Gaylord, you're hired at Hive Island, bud.
We've already got 2 employees on the rolls.
Blood pressure every morning.
This payroll is getting pretty high, guys. But
it's again, it's going to be a communism thing, Pat. Like you said,
like to hear
in
that
honor of you. So we don't have to use dollars. I think that'll be.
Yeah, we're going to.
We'll have like a token
thing.
system,
yeah.
right?
And like for doing a good nursing job, like you get rewarded in coins. You'll be able
coins.
to. Every time you drag a body out of the sun, you get like 1,000 coins.
I'd recommend rolling deep with banana bags.
Yeah, banana bags. There's going to be a lot of bartering. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 stars. Green Bay Packer lover. They say, cheat on the news. Been listening to the podcast since last year's election cycle because I got sick of the mainstream media. Hear that, Green Bay Packer lover. Best decision I've ever made. Decided to send in the car a few months ago on Patreon, and I love it. I'm having trouble accessing all the Discord, though. His name is Big Bad Benji. Hopefully we've got that sorted out.
I checked this one. I did see this review before sometime this weekend when I went to the Discord to check it, like it was midweek, I want to say like Tuesday.
Yeah.
He was sending the car. So let us know.
Yeah.
I think he's been taken care of.
Hopefully so. Discord's pretty easy to get. If not, just DM one of us. And speaking of DMs, he says, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I love seeing members of the Hardo Hive on social media. His handles are @SternBen and @SenBturn.
Yeah. What's your girls?
Ha! Yeah, Pat only follows it.
That's goofy, Pat. You didn't have to.
Oh, sorry. It's a little goofy thing I do. First thing I do is I check your chick out, and then I'll give you the file, make you want it. It's goofy, I know.
Smooth. Last one, 5 stars from Jake Boy 737. He says, best big boys. I've been a daily listener since 2018 when I was working at a chemical factory. Now they soothe me on my way home from my night shift job making vaccines.
Nice.
Love the broad perspective, bits, and camaraderie from a group of lifelong friends. Keep on sending in the car, boys.
Yeah, Jake.
I swear to God, I didn't read this ahead of time when I was talking about all that science stuff on the island. So he's in.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
The Hive, like literally, we joked about before, but the Hive has so many like diverse, skilled workers. Like we could easily set up a society. It's like,
Jake's in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, we would be like, we'd be badass. We got a lot of cops, a lot of military, a lot of medical.
It's kind of dude heavy.
it's
We're
the
going to need
best.
breeders.
Well, but we're gonna have good chefs. I bet we got.
we got tons of chefs. We got. Are you kidding? We got truck drivers. We got every fucking important profession.
and also, Pat, you think about this. It's big for the female members of the Hive because they're going to hold so much power.
I don't. That's going to
Over
be a scary
these men.
dynamic for them.
Yeah.
well,
yeah,
on an
We're
island.
gonna kill each other.
Remember the story about the 19% breasted thing? Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll just focus
work
on
on
expanding our female fan base.
We
when the
are
island
slowly.
finally
We've
pops
gone
up.
from like 90-something% guys to like 85. There's like 15%
we're getting there.
It's getting there.
Shout out to the
there.
ladies in the Hive.
Shout
by
out
the
to
way.
Ladies Hive. So
Love you guys.
Hell yeah.
The best
Ladies, I mean.
The best ladies.
Love you guys.
Speaking of the best ladies in the Hive, we're about to get to a voicemail from one of them. But first, there was a couple voicemails that I couldn't. Low Life Louie called in. It was really staticky. Louie,
Oh yeah, I told him it was shit. I sent him a DM.
but on a positive note, despite it being staticky, I could make out that he loved his first time at trivia last week. And shout out to trivia nights and Michael, because these trivia nights are so fun. Sending the card tier once a month, it's electric, so fun. Louis, first time last week, loved it. He was also asking us what topics we'd use if we had to filibuster something Strom Thurmond style. He was saying how long Strom Thurmond had once filibustered something. And then even though the bill passed right after he was done, it was like 20 something hours. But what topics, or maybe longer, what topics would we use to filibuster?
I would read a long book, like just start on page 1 and just read like Dune out loud.
Yeah. I would do hot tub. I would like compare hot tub models and talk about the importance of water management, and then also move directly from that into UFOs and the possibilities, all of those. I'd have a lot of videos lined up, and I would keep replaying them over and over again, like something new, and I just like.
Speaking of trivia, shout out Nick Nolan, John F., and Father Brian for being on the winning team.
The almighty assholes.
2 in a row for me.
Damn.
I just roast people. I would just pick, just like go one person to person and just.
But what would you do, Wes, once they all left the room? Because sometimes that
You'd
happens.
run
You
out
have
of
to keep
material.
talking.
Can't you just jerk off in there?
I think you get arrested.
In Will's world, you can.
Yep. If I had my way, you could. But I don't have my way. What about you?
I would start masturbating on the floor.
Man, I would go. You know, a book series I like a lot is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But I think there's like 9 of them,
Okay.
and they're
7,
easy
I think.
reads. It's like a young adult book. So
The book is a smart way to go.
Caspian Sea.
oh yeah, I think it's Prince Caspian.
Prince
Caspian, the Silver Door, or
They
whatever.
leave you when you filibuster. Like,
They can.
Why don't you
Yeah.
just
Everybody can
series.
just walk out, basically. And you still have to talk.
So
That's such a
romantic.
Christian ass series, Pat.
Yeah,
It's
well, I was
very-
a Christian ass dude growing
So
up.
Christian.
It was a good series, though. And then, like, the writer of that plus the writer of Lord of the Rings, like,
C.S.
they were
Lewis,
best friends.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
buddies.
Tolkien crushes C.S. Lewis.
I mean, it's a better
I mean,
series.
yeah.
than Lion, Witch,
Apples and
Wardrobe.
potatoes, if you ask me. But yeah,
Right. One's not good and one's good. Exactly.
well, one okay.
They're both good. They're both
Apples
good.
and potatoes, both very good.
They're both good.
Which one's
He's-
potato?
Yeah, they're both good.
Potatoes,
Also,
the Tolkien.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he dominates in sales and movies and all. Okay, but yeah, whatever.
C.S. Lewis fucks in sales. I'm gonna do a little digging here. So
The Hobbit, though, it's got to be like the best-selling book besides like the Bible, right? Like one
Yeah.
of the top 10. Also, Paul Fart somehow left us a voicemail on Twitter. I don't really know how he did it or how to download it and play it for you, but he asked when someone is described as "quote unquote" half dressed on a crime show, what do we assume that means? Which half?
The lower half.
You think it's always the lower half is
Bottoms,
undressed?
bottom undies.
Half
Half naked is topless in my mind, yeah.
Yeah. I'm with Mark.
yeah,
Someone's half naked, she's wearing her undies, but she's got her breasts out.
Yeah.
What if they
Oh,
said the assailant was half dressed?
I would say that pants off.
Pants off.
But underwear on.
Oh, the assailant.
No,
Yeah, I guess.
no,
assailant.
if the assailant was half dressed, if his dick was out, they would say the assailant was naked or his dick was
Pants
out.
off.
They would make it known that this guy's a psychopath.
Pants off.
Right. You get a little more descriptive when the bottoms are.
Yeah, he's dangling.
Pants off. All right. Let's hop into the voicemails. First one, speaking of the Lady Hive members, is from Casey.
Nice.
Hey boys, it's Casey. Just calling to say I called my brother last night, the newly retired Master Sergeant Marine Alcorn, and we were talking about what he's going to be doing in his spare time, make a little side cheddar, and maybe doing some like Uber Eats or DoorDash, and how he's going to be crushing some pods. So I told him to look up Hard Factor News, and while I was in the middle of telling him about the 4 hosts and their different little personalities and quirks, he was like, "Oh, cheat on the news." And I was like, "Hell yeah, man, cheat on the news." So you may have just gained an awesome listener. Ryan, if you're listening in the gym Friday morning or whatever, I love you and congrats on your retirement. I hope you're enjoying being with your little girl all the time now. And also, Mark, keep up the sick jokes because he loves those. Wes, the dark stories, keep them rolling. Will, I hope you get fired up. He could definitely get on board with you with some of the stuff that gets you hot.
Say goofy.
And Pat, I don't really know how he's going to take you, but I love you, so I guess that's all that really matters, right? Anyway, also, side note, thank you, boys, for always giving us some good content day in and day out, especially when it gets heavy like it has been the past few weeks in the news with Afghanistan. To all the guys in the Discord chat, like Lombard Trucking, Big Fudge, and Baby Mama Kate, all those who have been or are there now, thinking of you, praying for you. Anyway, just thank you for all that you do. And thank you, Hard Factor boys. If you want to send in the car for a Marine who loves Die Hard, I think he would love that. All right, boys, have a great fucking weekend. Bye.
Hell yeah, Casey. And your wish is our command. Here it is.
Send in the car.
Casey really sent in the car that voicemail.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
I hope he takes me gently. However, he takes me.
New. Just an announcement. Everyone noticed how beautiful Casey's voice was there. That's because that was a voice memo that she emailed to us, and you can do the same at hardfactorvoicemail@gmail.com.
So
What was the length on that one, Will?
Yeah, so I'm confused. How do I do it? So how do I do a voice memo? Like if I want to leave us a voice memo, what
Don't
are the
tell
steps?
Huh? You go into your phone and hit voice memo, and then you email it to hardfactorvoicemail@gmail.com.
You do voice memos on your phone.
Yeah, then you send it like an email.
Yeah.
Oh, like
that's why it's so clear.
Note to self.
Right. That's exactly how it's done. All right. As Pat pointed out, that was a long voicemail, and we've got 13 to get through. So let's keep it going. Here we go. Next one is Harry from Purdue.
What's up, fellas? This fucking yams, you feel me? My fucking 5th year college, just semester, you know what I mean? Nothing big. Started watching you guys like 6 months ago. And I fucking honestly hated you. Like, I hate you, Pat. Like, I fucking hated you. And then, like, you weren't on some episodes, and I was like, fuck. Like,
yeah.
I fucking miss Pat.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry.
She's like, I just need that motherfucker there, you know? Like, fuck. So, like, and then, like, when you guys be doing, like, that dad laugh and shit, we, like, do, like, like, fuck. Like, that's the shit my dad be doing with his brothers. Like, that shit cracks me the fuck up. I'll be losing my fucking mind at that. Like, I love that shit. Like, that's my favorite shit in the whole world. Like, I'll be laughing at that every day. Like, I wake up. First thing I do is my Heart Factor news. Fucking love you guys. Gang shit. Keep grinding. Smoke hella kush, because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Good shit. Peace.
Peace. Harry from Purdue is the man.
Smoke kush, get laid.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
I don't know what I did to Harry, but Harry, you'll be proud to know I just got my medical marijuana card from the state of New Jersey. So
he loves you now.
It's on over here.
No, I mean it sounds like by taking a show or two off, you totally redeemed yourself in Harry's eyes.
Yeah,
he needs those goofy takes.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up. This is Tony.
Tony.
Hey guys, Tony from Pennsylvania here. I got 2 things for you. So first, I want to know if you guys prefer hot coffee or iced coffee. During the summertime, people probably tend to go iced coffee, but I'm more of a hot coffee drinker myself. Then second thing, this is for Pat. Why don't you start your own show called like Lib Hour with Pat? Because last week you said that you hold back on your liberal views. But I know I'd be interested in hearing you talk about whatever. So I'm sure other people would be as well. And also, guys, join the fucking Patreon. It's $5-10 a month for just minimum. You get so much extra stuff. You get access to Discord, extra shows. It's worth it. But anyways, have a great fucking day, guys. See ya.
Yeah, Tony.
All right, Tony. Another crystal clear voice memo sent in through email.
That was.
You can tell, can't you?
You really
It's really clear. Pat, what are your thoughts on Lib Hour with Pat? Or what's the marketing you'd go with for a solo hour?
Come get goofy with me. Just goofing down, goofy takes, goofy subjects, goofy guests.
You could
a bunch of bells and whistles on there and like
goof
horns
balls and have some sort of balls as the logo. Yeah.
What a morning traffic show.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think I could do a full hour often.
Once a month's good. Just
yeah,
like
I can do one
pack.
once a month probably.
Let's get it. Let's get on it.
Lib Hour.
That'd be nice. I'm sure people would love it. But what about the coffee, fellas? Iced coffee.
I haven't had a hot coffee in 6 years.
You drink only iced coffees?
Exclusively.
Wow.
I'm an
I like them
espresso
both.
guy.
I like them both.
I am 90% hot. I'll get like one of those like nitro brews from Starbucks every now and again, but
Those are great.
90% hot. Like today, went at 3 p.m., got a hot latte.
It's whatever's most convenient for me at the time. But I'll drink a hot coffee at 9 p.m. I'll drink a cold brew at 8.
I'm on espresso, so I'm just all hot. So Pat, what do you get if you only drink iced coffee?
When I do it at home, I wake up in the morning, I make Kate her coffee, and then I pull a double Keurig, and then I let it sit there, and then I'll put it in the freezer. But I drink a black iced coffee. And then like in the morning to get the baby out of the house so Kate can get some writing done, I walk to the coffee shop and have a little chat with the barista. Have a nice
Get goofy
coffee.
with them, talking
Get a little
liberal
goofy.
shit.
We talk babies.
do a little goofing,
I just like cold brews myself.
No, I do love a good iced coffee. I'm not against it. I just
do you not, Wes?
Yeah, I'll drink. No, I'll drink them. I just prefer hot.
Yeah. I mean, it's what you're used to. All right, next one, and this is a big time follow up, guys, from last week. This will kick off the follow ups, so you'll see what I'm talking about.
Hey, what's up, boys? Takes by Trev here. I guess I just wanted to clear the air between me and Mark. I do apologize. That did get a little mean last week. You guys are at your best when you get super pissed off at something and just go on a rant. And so I guess I did accomplish that because you went after me pretty good. But, yeah, anyway, you boys keep it up. And, yeah, hope you don't hate me, Mark. Love you guys. Have a great fucking day.
Hey, Trev, how'd that flat tire taste, bud?
Yeah.
So explain that to me, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember Mark's very long rant, that he said something along the lines of Trev should get a flat tire.
I said, I hope you get a flat tire today, Trev.
And then he posted to social media.
Hmm.
That's sick, bro.
So, I mean, you can call in and rank if you want, but I'm going to send that flat tire energy to any one of you that wants the smoke.
Yeah, I think that Trev did you a favor by proving that you're like a voodoo witch.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't try it.
So Trev literally lent his car, his truck to his wife the next day, and the tire got popped.
Yep.
The tire
Someone's going to die soon.
Go ahead, call in and talk shit.
That's crazy. So yeah,
you're all good, Trev. Though, Mark.
Yeah, we're fine now, Trev. After that flat tire, we're good.
It will really upset Mark, so just don't.
All right, here we go. Next one. There's more about Trev coming up though. Next one. This is Kyle from Virginia.
Hey, what up, boys? This is Kyle from Virginia. I used to live in Arlington for 1 year.
Nice.
Fuck that place. I hate DC. I hate Nova. Love the Boathouse though. That's my crew.
Okay.
Anyways, just got done listening to the voicemail section from this Friday's show, and now I'm on my lunch break. I just gotta say, dude, fuck Trev. That guy fucking sucks. He just sucks so much. Mark, you're the man. You got too many cats, but that's all good. Pat,
agreed.
You won me over. I used to not like you, but your takes are consistent, and I think you got a strong base too. Will,
thanks, bro.
Obviously have a strong base. You're the man. Love your voice. And Wes, God, I love your takes the most. You have the best, most under the radar, always get me to laugh out loud. My coworkers look at me weird kind of jokes. But anyways, staying down here in Virginia. Love this place. Texas too hot. Hail to the football team. Let's go Hokies. Talk to y'all later.
Hokies.
Nice.
Go Hokies.
Throwing 2 up, 2 down.
Go Hokies. So which part of VA does he doesn't like Arlington or Nova, but he likes other parts?
He said
of
something in Northern Virginia.
Boathouse.
What did I do? I mean, like, I've been pretty much the same guy. I think since day one. Everyone keeps telling me I thought I was doing good work the last 3 years. Everyone's like, "Yeah, you won me over." I'm like, "What? Okay."
You have
it's an acquired taste.
It's
I'm like blue cheese. Huh?
It's all that goofy.
It's the liberal. It's the liberal slant. Like I was writing it in earlier. Like I have no agenda on the show. I don't care what, if you're left or right, if you're tall, what color you are, what religion you are, what your belief systems are. We're just trying to make people laugh. And I think that sometimes you just lean so far left that like it probably really turns on the left and it really turns off the right. So I think that's kind of what that is.
You say it gets left horny, huh?
Yeah.
Don't tell Pat that.
Well, the liberal hour has already been called for.
They always come around on Pat.
Yeah, but the fact is your humor is very strong, so they eventually get over the fact that you shat on their, belief system or whatever.
Well, sometimes growth is hard.
Yeah. I think Harry from Purdue summed it up best, Pat. Like, at first he was upset, but then he really missed your ass,
Hey, man.
Smoke Kush.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, so I mean, I thought that summed it up pretty damn good. Okay, let's move it along.
But thanks, Kyle, for putting me number one. I appreciate that.
Yeah, stop
he
ranking.
did do a ranking though.
Stop ranking.
Kyle did do a ranking right after he was telling off.
All right, hey, Kyle's on thin ice. I'm this close to threatening something on him.
All right, Next up is
what's your favorite trinket at the house, bud? Let me know.
Don't you rank us unless Mark's top 2.
Yeah. No, don't rank us, period. I don't want to be top 1 or top. Just don't rank us. It's not about being top 1. Just don't rank us.
It's nice when you're 1, though. Let me tell you.
I bet it is. Yeah.
All right. Next one is from NC Mardo.
Word up, motherfuckers! NC Mardo over here. Been a long time since I called in. You guys are still doing it awesome like you always do, so there's no need to call and complain. I am calling, though, however, with a correction.
Okay.
That feel-good story about the Polish silver medalist that donated her medal to save a little Polish boy and get heart surgery and all. The correct pronunciation of the grocery store is żabka. In the Polish language, the Z with a little dot on top of it makes the Z sound. You guys being American, obviously, you can't say it properly, but me being of Polakish descent, that's the way you say it, żabka. So good story. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. Yeah, peace.
Jacques.
Like Frere Jacques, right?
All right.
He called in and left a second one real quick, and he said that it means little frogs. That's the translation.
It's like you're saying latka, like latkes, but you're drunk. Like laka.
Jacques. Why did he think he could say that? That's a pretty easy one.
Jacques. You guys have heard the song Frere Jacques, right?
Yeah.
Frere Jacques. Frere Jacques. Dormez-vous.
There you go. Use that French.
Comment I forget this parts. Okay, next one is Colin. Colin in California. Do you remember it?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
It's like
French immersion program.
Dude, that's like a song. That doesn't mean I remember it.
Come on, ride my pony.
I'm out of practice with my French. I'll admit that. It's fallen. I don't know if I can really do it these days. Okay, Colin up next. Colin from California. You'll hear what he has to say.
Boys, Colin from California. So I decided to call in and rank everyone in the show, and I think that you all tied with being super fucking handsome and super fucking badass, and definitely guys I want to crush beers with.
Yes.
Another thing, too, I wanted to point out back with my kangaroo thing, I was talking about hand-to-hand combat. So if you get close up on a fucking kangaroo and you don't let it use its legs, and you're like close up on it, like you could easily fuck up a kangaroo, dude. Like I watched a guy on a couple videos like fucking just punch a kangaroo for like trying to hug its dog and shit. But you can't fuck like kangaroo could easily get fucked up. And I guarantee I'm currently pre-gaming for fucking trivia night tonight. Let's fucking go. Hopefully I can be Mr. Irrelevant. But yeah, but I could easily fuck up a kangaroo, dude. It'd be fucking easy.
Colin's watching videos being like, I could fuck up a kangaroo, man.
He's so obsessed with beating up a kangaroo.
Yeah, look at how easy it would be.
6 beers deep, getting mad.
What if you went to a zoo with Colin and all of a sudden he's just getting taken out in cuffs?
Look at this cocky ass kangaroo walking around like I can't kick its ass.
That might be his go-to pre-gaming move, though. Just watching kangaroo videos and thinking about how you could jack them up.
I do want his YouTube feed.
Yes. Dude, Colin's YouTube feed is probably awesome.
Oh, yeah. I bet it's very entertaining.
He's sending it all the time, Colin.
Just send us your list so we can watch those videos too, Colin. Yeah.
All right, next one from Chase.
What's up, guys? This is Chase in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm here at work, and I just saw that Sha'Carri Richardson just got 9th in the Prefontaine Classic. Oh, I guess you could say she's probably enjoyed her cup of coffee in the big time. All right. Have a great fucking day.
Shit.
All right, Chase. Yeah, I mean, okay, you got me. You got me, Chase. Also, Sha'Carri, let's say her name correctly, even though, you know,
who cares at this point?
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, fair enough. I think she'll bounce back. She's young, and I'm going to stick with her. She's a pothead.
Can't do worse than last.
She's from LSU.
No one's ever come back from 10th, man.
Yeah.
Well, she ran the 6. She ran the.
There's only 9, and she got 9.
Only 9. She was
9
last.
out of 9.
Okay, 9 out of 9. But she ran the 6th fastest 100 of all time for a woman already in her life, and she's only like 21.
Probably wind dated.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was something helping her.
Yeah. Fast track.
Clearly, she's not that fast.
No.
Wow. Okay.
She is getting fast tracked to the loser circle.
No. Okay. Yeah. I can't wait. All right. Now I'm sticking with Sha'Carri forever. You guys never knocking me off this one now. Yeah, call in all you want, Chase.
Fast track to retirement.
All right, here we
That'll
go.
be fun rooting for Sha'Carri.
Yeah, we'll be. I'll be smoking blunts.
That won't be disappointing at all.
Why do you like this one? She smokes weed too. She always loses, but she gets high as fuck.
Yeah, it's been a bad week for her. Like even LSU guys were like dogging on her online. It's just it's tough. It's a tough time for Sha'Carri. She's gonna bounce back though. I'm with her.
6th is acceptable.
Yeah, 5th maybe.
Okay,
8th even.
Guys, she was thinking about other stuff. Okay, it's time for the next one. Let's move on from Sha'Carri.
Okay.
What's up, guys? This is Matt out in Vermont. I just listened to one episode. It was pretty fucking funny. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
Listen, so I have a Tinder, right? And on my Tinder bio, it says, if you don't look like your pictures, then you're buying me drinks until you do. And
That's awesome.
a lot of girls call me out. They think I'm a douchebag for saying that. But
Aggressive.
I mean, essentially, a lot of these girls are catfishing in a sense because, I mean, I've had girls show up on dates, whether, you know, they use pictures from like 5 to 7 years ago, or they show up, you know, like 60 pounds heavier. I think it's fucked up on their part, and I personally don't think I'm a douche. I would love to hear your thoughts, and let me know what you think. Of
course
Thanks. See?
I don't think I'm a douche.
Absolutely, dude. That's totally fair game. That's totally fair game. I don't think you're a douche either, Matt.
No, that's funny.
I don't. It's a hilarious move. Yeah. I bet it gets you laid. That one line, I bet gets you laid more.
Oh,
than
they
you
know
think,
you're
too.
funny right off the bat.
Yeah, it is funny. It's what do you do when they get there, though? Do you ever like actually implement the policy? Because
Yeah.
It's like, you owe me a drink.
Yeah.
It's undoubtedly a great joke. There's no doubt about that. You might want to put like, and then I'll drive home late or take a cab home or something
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I mean,
it's funny.
He knows his numbers. How's it working? You know what I mean?
We don't know enough about
It sounds
you know,
like
if you're
it's
a
working
douche.
all right,
Based on that pickup line, you're not a douche. But
Right. No, for sure. And also, it sounds like it's working all right because he's kept it in the profile.
Yes.
If it wasn't working, he would have removed it long ago.
listened to a show the other day. It was pretty funny.
Right, yeah,
no other information.
He's just a voicemail guy. He's like, I'm trying to find pods with voicemail.
You're such a douche. Let me suck that douchey dick. I think that's what's happening
wow.
to him a lot.
That does happen.
Wes really liked the pickup line.
No, I'm just saying that's what happens a lot.
Yeah.
Wes knows it's working.
Wes loves the bad boys.
Wes knows
What?
the game.
He knows.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do they say? Treat them like dirt. They'll stick to you like mud.
That's right.
That's the term.
That's what he's working with.
It's horrible.
That's what they say, though. Next one. Here we go.
What's up, Hard Factor boys? Dallas Dave here to talk Leeds United. Leeds finally got off the schneid, got our first point with a home draw against Everton. Looks like we could have potentially gotten the 3 points at the end with a couple opportunities, but we'll take the point. This weekend, we have Burnley, 8 Central, 9 a.m. Eastern for Patrick.
6 a.m.
This is a game we won 4-0 in the spring, and I'd like us to win again.
Okay.
Yes.
It's time for Leeds to get their first win in the Premier League. A good bit of news, we got our first win in the League Cup, also referred to as the Carabao Cup.
Saw that.
Earlier this week against a lower division opponent. Scored 3 goals in the last 20 minutes. So the boys are feeling good. Calvin Phillips is back. Marcelo Bielsa has the boys humming, and it's time for a win. 3 points. Let's go. Have a great fucking day, and MOT. Oh, and a bit of education for Wes there. The Premier League is about 9 months long, from mid-August to mid-May. Each team plays each other home and away, so that's 38 games. And you sprinkle in the cup competitions, it's a guaranteed 40 games total, potentially more.
Damn.
So let's go White, MOT.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the league is 9 months out of 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Dallas
That's
Dave.
great.
I love Dallas Dave. Also got my new Leeds jersey in Dallas Dave. Check out
That's
youtube.com/hardfactornews. Got the 2021 kit. It's looking nice.
That is nice. Yeah, I think he's
throw
right.
some money on Burnley.
Now that's an interesting one for our
Leeds to
over
beat
that we talked about. I don't know if that over hits.
Oh, because of Burnley, because Leeds might not give
Burnley's
up a goal.
not gonna score,
yeah, but
yeah.
I feel like Leeds gives up so many goals. Like I'm just gonna hit the over every week on them. because like regardless.
Yeah.
And then whenever Dallas Dave is ultra confident in a 3 points, then I'm going to go for the money line as well.
Like he said, so there's 38 games, we'll call it, or whatever. Will and I were talking. We put out there in the Discord. We think hit the leads over on every game. Just sprinkle like $10 on it every time. They're
It's always 2.5 goals.
Yeah, unless they're playing like some team that's like it's 2.5 is usually the maximum for the over. It's usually between 1.5 and like maybe 3 at the absolute maximum you'll ever see. Half a goal to 3. Usually it's 2.5 with a Leeds game. 2 for 2, the overs hit because Leeds defense sucks, their goalie sucks, and they also press like maniacs. They
And we also did well.
Yeah.
We did well with that strategy last year. I feel like
Yeah, I
we
was
did
gonna say,
Leeds
you guys
over.
did the same thing.
They gave up the most goals last year, but they scored like the 5th or 6th most goals. They finished in the middle of the pack. Similar shit's going to happen this year. They're about to be 1-1 and 1. Go for the Leeds overs most of the times. It's not going to hit every time, but if you do it every game, you're going to win.
Well, but if we score 4 goals against Burnley, then we're in.
Yeah, there you go.
So nice.
4-0 would work.
Football season is so back. All footballs, European, American, all of it. All right, next one.
What's up, boys? It's Chuck Beefy here. I'm just listening to yesterday's episode, getting the hang of this podcast thing. Thursday's episode.
There you go, Chuck.
Wes is talking about Rastafarian, and then goes on about how religion's dumb, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have probably covered this already, so feel free to ignore this voicemail episode. But I was just curious on everyone's religion. Like for me personally, grew up Roman Catholic, sucked, and now I'm my own person, and I realize that organized religion as a whole is literally hindering civilization. And there's nothing wrong if you were religious.
You're just hindering civilization.
It used to be, it was science. It's done some great things for the advancement of human civilization, but its time has come, and when are we going to realize we need to just obliterate it, is my opinion. But I'd like to get your guys.
That took a dark turn.
If you guys haven't covered this already. If you have, fuck it. Have a great fucking day. Peace.
Oh, man. Chuck.
the
That's a good one, Chuck. Yeah, so I think we all grew up, like Pat was talking about a little earlier, like, I don't know if we all grew up. I grew up in church for sure, non-denominational, Presbyterian at first, then moved to a non-denominational, like when I was in like middle school. Went to a few church camps, but yeah, I don't really go too much now. I've been to church a little bit as an adult, but as my daughter grows up, could go back some more.
Both my families are extremely Catholic, but the Irish and the Italian families, my parents kind of broke the mold for them to let their kids decide if they wanted to go to church. We said, no, thanks. Never got like baptized or any of that stuff. Not super religious, into the religion of being a good person and being nice to people. I go by the don't rank people policy, especially if it's a group of 4 guys that you listen to every day, and you probably shouldn't call in and rank people you think you claim you like. So
that's your
that type of religion is what I go by.
Like it.
The golden rule.
The golden rule. Don't rank people.
Yeah, I grew up major Roman Catholic, got confirmed. Yeah, my vibe is do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt other people.
Yeah, be a good person.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Go to any religions, be a good person, whatever.
You know how I feel. I was baptized Episcopalian, but never went to church. Believe there is a higher power. Don't know what it is. Don't care if you think what your higher power is. Don't care.
Right.
Just be, like you said, be a good person.
Yeah. Be good to people. People helping people. Yeah, I mean, hopefully organized religion doesn't tear the earth to the ground, as Chuck the Beefy predicts. But I think that there's other things, Chuck, as well, besides just religion, that adds to some of the problems we have. But
there's a flip side to that coin.
Right, look at it helps Father Brian.
Father Brian's the man, but
enhancing
and the work
people's
he
lives.
does. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people, religion it helps them. It does the
absolutely.
opposite.
I
It's
wish
societal.
I wish I was super.
Maybe they'd be out
religious.
committing crimes or something like that if they weren't religious.
Yeah, it's a case by case scenario. I
For
think with religion, just like with fucking politicians and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up is number 12. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, boys? Vinny in Texas over here. Just calling to say that I love the program. Love the content you guys distribute. Barstool hasn't been the same without you. Just wanted to throw a shout out to my boy Mark. Mark, you're the man. Don't listen to that fucking idiot from North Dakota, Trev, who just clearly doesn't know what fucking good radio is. And yeah, Mark, man, you're on the grandpa time without radio. Wes, you're more likely to get canceled. Maybe keep it between the lines. I'm a fucking pussy. Is there any way I can get Trev on Rough and Rowdy and just beat the ever-living shit out of him? All right, boys.
Damn.
Have a great fucking day.
I got him with the tire, guys. It's all good. Me and Trevor even.
You don't need Vinny's help? Okay, because he's ready to throw down.
No,
listen. When you think about it, Trev gave us one of the greatest pieces of content that has gone down on this show, and we're still talking about it. So thank you, Trev, is my take on that one.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll go that
heart
far.
attack. At the expense of my mental and physical state.
I loved that part. Not the expense of your, but just how upset you got. That was it was electrifying.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
No, Vinny, thank you for having my back, but it's all good, brother.
Mark's got it. Mark's a voodoo witch, so turns out doesn't need it. Doesn't need anybody's help. He just wish bad things on.
Learned some things last week.
Make sure that all 5 cats are still around, man. He sacrificed one.
Yeah.
He's got the
hex.
Cuban voodoo hat on.
Don't worry, Vinny. I've got it.
All right. Last voicemail. Last voicemail is a fitting one for this week in this episode.
What's up, boys? It's Chris Stradamus. I don't know if I'm going to make it on to the show for Friday, but just want to let you guys know I appreciate you guys. It's been a rough couple weeks. So I always appreciate the fucking laughs and stuff. Probably shouldn't have cursed right there. But, yeah, dude.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I appreciate the podcast and the Discord and stuff getting through these past couple weeks and everything. And appreciate all you boys do. Hard Factor forever, guys. Let's go.
Fuck yeah,
Chris.
Appreciate
the man.
you.
Appreciate all you guys.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate
And
everybody.
gals.
Guys, gals, men and women in uniform. Appreciate everything that everybody.
Uniform. Those
Uniform,
firm uniforms.
Starting to squeal.
That's a tight uniform.
And yeah, I hear you, Chris. I hear you, Chris. That it's been tough. It's been a tough couple weeks. I think Chris was in the service before, so especially for people in his boat, tough couple of weeks. But we're gonna get through it. You know, America, like we were talking about earlier, we make some fucking mistakes, but we're still trying to be the best we can be. And it's a great place to live, and we're gonna learn from it, and get better. And there's gonna be brighter days ahead, hopefully.
That's right. Be nice to people this weekend. Try to find some good, enjoyable things to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like this show has proven the importance of taking a break, getting a breath, and laughing. I think, even when times are tough. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor this week. Thank you all so much for listening. As always, as Chris said, it's been a tough few days in the news, but that's why we all need to remember to take this time to, most importantly, have ourselves a great fucking weekend.